Have you ever loved someone so deeply, only to have them leave you for someone else? My name is Daniel Harper, and for most of my life, I believed in simple American values: hard work, honesty, loyalty. I grew up in a quiet suburb outside Columbus, Ohio, where neighbors waved at each other and success meant building something real, not showing it off. I wasn't rich, I wasn't flashy, but I believed in love. I met Emily during my sophomore year of college. She was sitting alone in the campus library, staring at a statistics problem like it personally offended her. I offered to help. That moment changed everything. We started studying together, then coffee, then long conversations about life, dreams, fears, and the future. Every moment with her felt effortless. I could talk to Emily about anything, my hopes, my insecurities, even silly little things I never told anyone else. She listened, laughed, argued, and somehow she made me feel alive in ways I didn't even know were possible. After graduation, we moved into a small one-bedroom apartment. It wasn't fancy, but it was ours. We painted the walls together, picked out furniture, argued over couch colors, and celebrated little victories. 5 years went by. 5 years of building a life, brick by brick. I thought she was my forever. So, one quiet evening, I proposed at a lakeside park, right as the sun was setting. My hand shook, my heart raced. But when she said yes, everything felt right. For the first time in my life, I felt whole. But then, things changed. It started small. Conversations about money, comfort, how life felt too small. She wanted more events, more parties, more connections. She spent less time with me, more time on her phone, more time away. I thought it was a phase, something temporary. I was wrong. Then she mentioned him. Richard, older, successful, wealthy. She said he was just a friend. The truth came out on a cold November night. She sat across from me at our kitchen table. Her engagement ring lay beside her coffee cup. She said she needed security, stability, a better life. She said love wasn't enough anymore. 5 years ended in 10 minutes. She left, and I hit rock bottom. I stopped eating right, stopped working out, stopped believing in myself. Being left for a richer man doesn't just break your heart, breaks your pride. But one morning, I looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the man staring back. That's when everything changed. I rebuilt myself. Early mornings, late nights, work, discipline, focus. I didn't become rich overnight, but I became strong, confident, whole. 2 years passed. Then one day, an envelope arrived. Emily's wedding invitation. Same city, luxury venue. I almost didn't go, but I knew I needed closure. The wedding hall was beautiful. Crystal chandeliers, designer suits, quiet arrogance. And then, she saw me. Her smile faded. She wasn't ready. Later she pulled me aside and said, "You look different." I smiled. "I am." Then. She whispered the words I never expected. "I made a mistake." But some choices can't be undone. She chose money. I chose self-respect. I didn't show up to prove anything. I showed up because I had already won. Asterisk, here's the truth. Money can buy comfort, but it can't buy loyalty. If someone leaves you at your lowest, they don't deserve you at your raw highest. Sometimes losing someone is how you finally find yourself. Asterisk, after that day at the wedding, I didn't feel the need to see Emily again. I realized something important. Closure doesn't always come from the other person. Sometimes it comes from yourself. Asterisk, I had spent so many nights wondering what I did wrong. Why love wasn't enough, and if I would ever feel whole again. But seeing her regret and knowing I'd moved past the pain made me stronger. Asterisk, I focused on myself. I rebuilt not just my body, but my mind, my spirit, and my dreams. Asterisk, I traveled. I met new people. I started new projects. I learned things I never had time for before: photography, cooking, even volunteering in my community. Asterisk, slowly life started to feel full again, not because someone was with me, but because I was finally with myself. Star screens noticed the change. My family noticed. And most importantly, I noticed. Asterisk, I realized that true love doesn't come from someone else validating you. True love starts inside. Asterisk, I laughed more. I enjoyed simple moments. I treated myself to coffee just because I could, not because I had to share it. I worked hard, yes, but now I worked for me, not for anyone else's approval. Asterisk, 2 years after Emily left, I was in a place I never thought I'd reach. Confident, independent, content, whole. Asterisk, and then life surprised me again. I met someone new. Her name was Sophia. She was kind, smart, and grounded, and unlike before, I didn't rush. We started slowly: coffee dates, walks in the park, conversations that stretched into the night. Asterisk, I realized I didn't need to chase love anymore. I just needed to be ready for it when it came. And this time, it felt different, real, mutual, respectful. Asterisk, Emily's wedding became a memory, a lesson wrapped in pain. It taught me that losing someone can sometimes be the best thing that happens to you, because it forces you to grow, to discover your worth, and to never settle for less than you deserve. Asterisk, I don't hold anger toward Emily anymore. I don't wish her ill. I've forgiven her, not for her, but for me. Forgiveness freed me. And now, my life isn't defined by what I lost. It's defined by what I built, by who I became. Asterisk, life will test you. Love will challenge you. People will leave. But every time someone walks out of your life, it's an opportunity to walk into yourself. Asterisk. Self-respect, confidence, strength, happiness. Those aren't given, they're earned. Through pain, through perseverance, through choosing yourself. Asterisk, so if someone ever leaves you, don't let it break you. Let it shape you. Let it remind you of your worth. Asterisk, sometimes losing someone is the very thing that helps you find yourself. And that is how I won. Asterisk, I am Daniel Harper, and this is my story.